All right, folks, I want to show you why we do not take a lot of video of grass-fed beef farms in the month of March. It is because they look like this, what you see behind me. It's quite a bit of dirt, and the other thing is it's not very romantic. They feed a lot of hay. Now this is a great hay feeder, JL Hay Saver. These actually run about $2,000 right now. We have two of them where the shop is, and you can see he has some, ooh, that's pretty straw looking hay. Well, let's go over here and show you. The cattle aren't actually in this paddock right now. I think that stuff got rained on quite a bit, but you can see so did this ground. So they will have a sacrifice paddock like this so that when the weather does warm up, the larger meadows with the grass that was preserved or stockpiled can just grow very, very quickly and get right back to where it should be, and the cattle can be put out. Here you can see a couple of them. See if we can catch them. These guys are that wild, they're probably gonna run away. I'm about 60 yards away right now. So this is one thing that makes grass-fed beef so perfect for our mobile slaughter. A lot of you know that we also run Mountain Man Mobile Processing in addition to Keystone Cattle Company. We have found our niche in the mobile harvest of animals like this. Grass-fed cattle are typically very wild, and so it lends itself well to our mobile harvest program. That allows us to slaughter these animals without cortisol, lactic acid, or adrenaline in their system, and the meat quality is superior. As far as I know, Keystone is the only place that you can get mobile slaughtered grass-fed beef and our non-GMO pastured beef that we offer. It has a little bit of a grain finish, same setup, but they have that familiar grain-fed flavor that people like. But it lends itself very well to this mobile harvest because the beef quality is superior. The animal's never stressed. You want an animal that was run in a trailer and then sits in the chutes for an hour and then run into a cage. These here were on their own. I took a sniper shot. I laid on top of a hay bale, 23 yards I ranged them. Two good shots. They never knew I was there. Well, they knew I was there, but they weren't worked up enough to care about it. They were in their own meadow. So if you order a share of beef from Keystone Cattle Company, this is what you'll be getting this spring from this exact farm. These are black Aberdeen Angus. They are 3/4 to half the size of a normal Angus. They're a little bit more of a heritage breed in that regard. They haven't been selected quite as much, but they still have very nice muscularity for their size versus other animals comparable, like a Dexter is very good beef, but they aren't as muscled, so your steaks are going to be smaller. Your yield of the money cuts is less in other breeds of cattle, especially Highland, which are, you know, very much all the rage right now. They are terrible beef producers. I would not deal with them when it comes to beef production. If you want to raise them for yourself, that is the perfect setting to use a Highland. But I digress. I really get distracted by talking about breeds of things. One thing I want to show you is the water setup that these guys have on this farm. So this is plumbed into the groundwater coming off the mountain way up there on the other side of the kill truck. You can see my guys up there maybe a little bit. So this drains the springs coming out of the mountain. This never freezes. There's no frozen hoses, there's no chopping of ice. It just works all the time, and then you put the bars across so the cattle, you know, can't get stuck down in there. And here you can see it's on both sides of the fence. They strategically made it so that this paddock and this one both can drink from this. Very, very efficient system. The cattle always have water year-round. As you can see, the grass is just beginning to grow here in the middle of March. And again, this is the challenge of growing grass-fed beef in Pennsylvania. Down in the fescue belt from Virginia all the way to Missouri and possibly even a little farther, they have grass almost year-round. Especially you get south further yet, they'll grow grass during the wintertime. We do not have that luxury, and so there's a lot of hay feeding and sacrifice paddocks that have to be made. And so that requires a lot of land and a lot of inputs. These cattle do not grow super fast in a system like this, so the animals are taking longer. That's why you're seeing higher grass-fed beef prices than their grain-fed counterparts. Also, you have to have somebody who is just crazy enough to raise them. I have not been within 60 yards of those animals. How the farmer can deal with that, I don't know. These genetics here are not terribly docile, but they are tremendously good beef, especially when you do mobile harvest and they don't have to get run through that pen system and get all worked up. So if you buy from Keystone, that's what you'll be getting this spring from this farm. Grass-fed beef, mobile kill. Thank you guys for watching. As always, stay prepared and stay peaceful.